Hey yo, when we talk about the stock market, this is the scene.
Number one rule of Wall Street. Nobody, I don't care if you're Warren Buffett or if you're Jimmy Buffett, nobody knows if the stock is going to go up, down, sideways, or in fucking circles.
Warren Buffett, the godfather of the stock market, the best investor of all time. They call him, I don't like him, but yeah, I don't know. Flashback to 2016, Warren Buffett made a huge decision. He bought $7 to $8 billion of stocks in these major airliners. This is a huge number. Like, this is so impressive if you have this much money. Fast forward to 2020, hey, the coronavirus year, he sold all his stocks for $4 to $5 billion. He lost a lot of money. This is like few $1 billion of loss. Hey bro, this is painful even for Warren Buffett, just losing few $1 billion in one sector, one investment. No, this is bad. I feel bad for him. Hey, moral of the story, the scene was right. No one knows, even Warren Buffett screws up. Okay, let me start from the beginning. It was 2019, end of 2019, the stock market was super high. Every stock was on steroids. Every single day you would hear the news about 52 weeks record high for every single stock. Bro, it was good, but it was suspiciously good.
Coronavirus!
And the whole market started to collapse. People were freaking out, people were selling stocks like crazy. Every single stock went so down. And at this point we started to hear experts talking about recession, like long-term recession, a recession that's gonna take years to recover from, and I did not really agree with this vision. And let me tell you exactly what I mean. Right, we're talking about timelines and opinions, so let me show you some evidence here. Right, this evidence here to prove that this has been always my opinion. First week of April, I published this post on my personal Facebook page where I was talking about my opinion and why I think we're not going to hit long-term recession. Maybe we're gonna hit a recession, but not long-term recession, and it's not gonna be hard to recover from. When we hear the word recession, we think about long-term misery. We think about 2008 recession. We think about the Great Depression in the 30s. We think about something really hard, something that it's hard to fix and recover from. But let's get back to the theoretical definition of recession. Okay, according to Oxford, recession means the whole GDP is losing for 2 successive quarters. Alright, I know. Let me say this in English. So basically, the whole economy on average is losing for half a year. Did I mention anything about recovery right now? Did you see anything in the definition talk about recovery?
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, this is what I'm trying to explain. It's not about the recession itself. It's about the reasons behind the recession. This is what's really hard to fix. This is what it takes a lot of time to fix. It takes a lot of resources and it takes a lot of effort. For example, 2008, the whole economy was just miserable because we had a real technical issue that we need to solve. And people lost the trust in the system. I mean, we even got Bitcoin because people were like, oh, we don't need central banks anymore. We had trust issue, we had technical issue that we need to recover from. So my point was, we're not gonna have a long-term recession for this specific reason. We don't have a technical issue, we don't have a trust issue. It's just we're stuck at home. So once we find a vaccine or we find a treatment, or I don't know, like maybe collectively just agree that we're gonna live with it. So hey man, once we get out of the house, that's it. This is the end of it. The economy is gonna come back. Hey man, so I know once we open, I'm gonna go everywhere myself. I'm gonna go party everywhere. I'm gonna go to every single restaurant. I'm gonna spend a lot of money. I'm going to Florida, man. I'm going to Disneyland. This is why I'm saying, even if we hit a recession, it's gonna be a theoretical recession. It's not gonna be a real recession. Hey man, did you like this fancy word, theoretical recession? I made this up when I was taking. Let me clarify something here. There's a difference between theoretical recession and technical recession. Theoretical recession is something I made up myself, you know, but technical recession is a real terminology used in the industry, which means when you have one of the sectors, let's say the energy sector is falling down, it's collapsing, so it's taking the whole GDP down. Doesn't mean you have a real recession, it means you have one of the sectors is struggling for a little bit of time. This means this sector is taking the whole GDP down. Paper, you have a recession, but in reality you just have one sector struggling. To have a real recession, you need to have multiple sectors struggling. Okay, the reason I'm making this video because I think experts sometimes get it wrong, and the reason for this is they get lost in details. They start taking numbers from 2008 crisis and compare it to the pandemic crisis, and they try to make similar conclusions, which is not right. And sometimes they forget about understanding the essence of the situation itself. The essence could be different. So the numbers are not applicable right here. Let me explain what I mean. Experts take numbers like unemployment rate and they compare 2008 unemployment rate with the pandemic 2020 unemployment rate, which doesn't mean anything. 2008 people lost jobs because companies went bankrupt. Companies were afraid to invest money anymore. They did not trust the system. We had technical issues. 2020 situation is different because we have high unemployment rate just because of the pandemic. I mean, we have virus outbreak. People are not going to war. Once this ends, we're gonna go back to war. It's just two different things, two different situations in their essence. You can just compare apples to oranges. I think now you trust me, right? Because I was right when everyone was wrong. I don't really think the stock market is gonna come back as it was before the pandemic, and for a reason. As I said in the beginning of the video, it was really high before the pandemic. It was like suspiciously high. If you look at this graph right here, you're gonna see the trend for how the market has been behaving. There has been this cycle of going up and down. So basically what happens, the market would go really high and then it corrects itself. This correction always happens by the force of the market itself. It's like in the nature of the market. It just happens every time. I think this time we had some kind of correction, but this time was not forced by the market. It was triggered by a natural crisis. So yeah, I think it's gonna come back, but it's not gonna be as high as it was before the pandemic. Some correction is gonna happen. Most of the stocks are gonna be like, I would say 25% less than it was before. I'm sorry, don't trust my numbers. I'm just making up numbers. You know, I like to make up stuff. Oh, you're still here? Oh, I'm really sorry. Thank you for watching. Gentlemen, thank you for watching. If you like the video, you can like and share the video. Ladies, if you like the video, you can reach out and ask for my number. This is fine. I'm single and I'm ready for long-term commitment. 2 weeks level of commitment. Oh yeah, this is high level of commitment. 2 weeks. All right, see you later.